You're always ready.
Hey, look out. It's Faith Talk Live. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
What is it about this lady that cracks me up? I don't.
She's just fun.
It's just her presence. Leslie Townsend, as you can see, if you're watching Facebook Live or YouTube Live, we're back on the farm.
We're on the farm in Siberia, Ohio.
Is it really Siberia? Is it really a place called Siberia?
And it's warm, and it's not that cold here. Look at this. Look at the lush background.
Yeah, look at all that greenery. Wow.
You'd think I was in the Bahamas.
Well, maybe not quite the Bahamas, but yeah.
See, I'll walk. Did you introduce me, Rick, or
I did.
am I stepping on your?
That's all right. That's all right. I'm used to it. The last time you were in the Bahamas, did you wear a leopard skin hat and pants?
Well, I have to be very careful wearing this hat because, if I wear it in Ohio, I'm afraid somebody will shoot me.
Do you have a problem with leopards in Ohio? I mean,
no, but you know what's so funny about this hat? I've been doing these Salvation Army retreats for women, and they're very remote areas. These retreats are way in the middle of nowhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Worse than even my farm. There's barely any wife out there. And these ladies, these Army sergeants and majors that work for the Salvation Army, they bring dogs. Mm-hmm. And a couple dogs got really ferocious with me when I had the hat on and I had sunglasses on. So I think I had these on. And I think they might have thought I was like an animal or something, like maybe a raccoon or something.
Yeah.
They got, like the teeth started coming out and they foamed a bit.
Wow.
And it was a little bit. So isn't that funny that you would say that? And then I just did Nashville Stand Up Live in Nashville.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was great. I'm trying to get the tape so I can put it on my website. But it aired on the Opry channel. And if you're not there, how are you going to get it? So I'm trying to get the footage. But I wore a leopard coat on. And because I thought it was, different. Because, they never hire. There's not very many women working still of my age. I don't want to say my, I don't say my age.
You're 25. We'll say it.
No, I'm 85. If you're going to lie, you need to lie up.
Leslie Norris Townsend with us, always a delight. So Nashville went well, and I know you're going to be in North Hollywood in July, right?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Can you see my tractor in the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you see? Don't you think my tractor's sexy?
It is very,
Yes, it is.
The red, I think, is what really does it.
It's a American-made tractor, a Massey Ferguson. They're hard to come by anymore.
Yeah.
You gotta. Everybody's buying those foreign ones. We buy American.
Go, Leslie.
Go, Leslie. Go. Anyways, so the Nashville stand-up. My other son was doing the music up there, so I was up there and I got to do the Zanies. For the Opry Network, and it was really fun. And it's so good to finally get in front of people.
Yeah.
When you have so many good new jokes, you have to really worry about where you're going to place them in your 7-minute set because you haven't been doing regular.
7 minutes blows by pretty quick, doesn't it?
That's not very long, is it?
No, and it's very difficult to do short sets because you have no setup time. So you have to really be aware of less words to get to the punchlines.
Right. Yeah.
How have you done that?
Well, I do it, these other shows, and I try to intermittently put them in the show because I'm not under the gun for, like, if I do an hour, I can maybe open with I opened with a joke about I can't wear this coat out of Ohio because somebody would shoot me.
Yeah.
Big laugh.
Yeah.
big laugh, but I didn't really know it was going to get that big of a laugh because, you know, you really haven't done it that much.
Right.
So in when I do my Clean Comedy Challenge, which we're doing in July in North Hollywood at the Comedy Chateau, all of my participants only get 3 minutes.
Wow.
Wow, that's not very long at all.
It is not very long. And so you must be so aware of how many words to get to the laugh.
Which is probably good practice for them, just to be able to
it's a whole nother talent, really. You know, I can do an hour, like easy hour and a half, but that short set is so hard because you want people to think you're authentic immediately.
Yeah, right.
And sometimes, you know, I'm so big, you know, I'm like, you know, Rip Taylor. I'm so big.
Yeah.
I'm just so over the top. You know, it's hard for them to sit into me fast.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you must be so authentic about, you know what I mean? It's like you really have to be aware that you must not have anything that looks phony. Because they can smell it in 3 to 7 minutes.
Yes, they will. And they'll let you know probably too, won't they?
Oh, yeah. They could turn on a dime and you don't have enough time. You can't say, oh, I didn't mean to say that. Or you can't go back because it's 7 minutes. So you have to. And of course, since I'm in that stage of my life where I forget stuff all the time, that's not good either in a 7-minute set because you can't say, oh, I forgot this joke, or you just have to do it.
Yeah.
So how
I was driving. What?
I said, how are we going to be able to see that Nashville gig? Are you going to let us know?
Yeah, it's on the Circle channel on the Opry Network.
Okay.
And it's called Stand Up Nashville. So I think it could be on a link like, you know, like Huckabee does. My hat is. And then, you know, okay, I'm jumping from what's my hat is like weird there. Okay, there. Anyways, I'm jumping from subject to subject because that's when you do a short set, that's what you're doing because you're trying to get from one joke to the other with the least amount of words. Right. So on the Opry Network, it aired in May, I think. So it could be on a link, like maybe you go to YouTube and look for Stand Up Nashville, the Circle TV or the Opry Network. And then you can find me on one of the shows. They shot 6 shows. So I was in one of them. And then I did a movie in February that was really fun in Las Vegas.
Wow.
Yes. And it's a faith-based movie called Faith Wins. And it's about homeless people. And I was the funny entity in one. I only had one scene. And my scene was with Rich Little.
Oh, wow. I love Rich Little.
Yes,
wow.
Yes. So that should come out in the fall. Oh, and he is so funny, but we improvised my scene.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Yeah, we've improvised. I'm trying to get you so you can see the backdrop. Anyways, I improvised my scene, and it was Rich Little that night. I had to fly out, and Rich Little said to me, "Come to the show." He wanted me to come to his show. He said it was the funniest scene he had ever done in a movie.
Wow, that's awesome.
So, I mean, he's the master. So I felt really...
Yeah, he is.
I felt really good about that.
He is a legend. Of course, I grew up watching him on The Tonight Show and everywhere else back in the day. But I can't remember which talk show I was watching on television. But they've been bringing him back because he's so solid and so legendary. So, and
I don't want to tell you his age, but he is not only a bit older than me, but he remembers everything.
Wow.
He knows all the jokes. I mean, you can't stump him. You say, well, what about that with the Ronald Reagan thing? Or what about, he does all those impressions.
Right.
And he is just amazing. He is. So I did that in January. And then in February, I did Stand Up Nashville. And then I started I had a little problem with my ear. This is why I have a hat on, actually.
Protecting the
I
ear.
had a little skin cancer on my ear.
Uh-oh.
Well, actually, it wasn't little. It was huge.
Mm-hmm.
And they cut off half of my ear.
Oh, that's
My
not
gracious.
good.
Yes. And of course, I didn't know it at the time, obviously. And they put back an ear, praise the Lord. They put back my ear.
That's good.
They
So
put back your ear?
They put my ear back. You can't even tell. They put it was the top of the ear they lopped off.
Oh, wow.
So, of course, I thought, well, while you're over there, could you just pull my face a little bit? And then he said, oh, we do, for insurance, you can't do that. So I said, well, I'll pay for the other side.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
kind of weird to just have one side done, and-
Yes. So the epiphany I had was, when I walk a lot, and I always have a cap, but I never put sunblock on the top of my ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unless you're like going into the ring with Mike Tyson,
Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
No, you
I
were
would
so-
go into the ring with her. With him.
so that's what I've been working on because as you get older, natural beauty takes time.
Yeah, it does.
So I started doing my lipstick on Monday, and I finished about an hour ago. While I was home, it was my birthday again, and I told the husband, "Do not buy me anything, because he's a member of the bird family. Cheap, 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 cheap." And so I said to him, "I'll go." So I said, I'm going to reward myself, because I'm very superficial. God knows I'm superficial, and He's allowed me to be this way. Okay. Anyway, so I went to the dermatologist. I asked her, what would it cost for me to smooth out my neck? And he said $10,000.
10,000. Wow.
10,000. And then I went to the eye doctor, and I asked her, what would it cost for me to fix my eyes so I don't have to wear glasses? And she said $10,000.
Wow.
So I told my husband I saved $20,000 by not fixing my eyes. I can't even see my neck.
Wow.
Leslie,
You are so smart, Leslie.
Yes.
Wow.
yes, let's do this. Leslie Norris Townsend on location there on her farm in Ohio, and it's been drizzling and the chickens are hiding, but that's
They're
okay. Hey,
Fred,
You hear him in the background.
Fred, Wilma, come out.
Though.
hey, how cool was it? Now I put this on the computer, the Clean Comedy Challenge from when you're in Nashville. Dennis Reagan, Brian Reagan's brother, was on there. Dennis is very funny as well, I think.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, he's great. Have you ever interviewed him, Al?
No,
I should
no.
hook you guys up with him.
Yeah.
He's out in LA.
And
He is-
and Andy Freeman, who's one of our favorites, although I think he moved, didn't he, Dan? He moved.
He's in Texas, but he's working for a faith-based a commentator. I can't remember the guy's name, but out of Dallas.
Yeah.
So he's got a huge job over there. And I'm the only one that lost half of her ear, though.
You are, but you still have all of your hearing, so that's good. You can hear us.
Yes,
so.
I have all my hearing. And you know what? I'm just so grateful that I've been allowed to continue working because, in this ageism comedy business, it's just wonderful that people still want to hear you. But I think what I've learned is just no matter in what season you're at or how bad your circumstances are, you must look at the good side of it.
Yeah.
Have the adventure of the journey.
Yep, that's great
Have
advice.
the adventure. I think that more people would be happier if they could just do that.
Yeah, you're right.
So
And
if
if
you're
you could wear a leopard skin hat like you, that
yeah,
would also make
they can
them
do that. Or eventually, boys, I'm going to be Betty White. You know that.
You've got several years to go before that, Leslie.
Because there's a slot for me somewhere up there.
Yeah.
Right now I'm kind of in the middle, but one day I dream to be Betty White.
What a legend she was.
Yeah.
Love her.
And now, so I'm doing the Clean Comedy Challenge coming up, and I have to get some more reconstructive thing on my ear in June. So I'm kind of out of pocket for June. But then in July, I'll be in LA, and then I'm doing Huckabee in August.
All right.
So, so if you're in the Nashville area, I'll be there August 26th at the Huckabee Studios. So that's going well. And every day is, you just do one day at a time, don't you, fellas?
Yes, you do. That's all you can do.
We're talking with Leslie Townsend, and she's giving us a rundown of what's been going on and what's coming up. Well, tell us more. Tell us. We got a few minutes. We got about 5 or 6 minutes.
Okay, what do you want me? Okay, so I drove from Nashville to the farm, and I passed so many cars that were broken down, and I did think, should I pull over and help them? But then I thought, wait a minute, they had ample opportunity to get that extended warranty.
I wish somebody would call me about mine. I haven't gotten any calls yet.
Because it's on them then, Dan. It's on them. And then, for my birthday, I did think I was going to try that DNA, what is that, Ancestry.com, where you find out your background.
Yes.
And it was so expensive that I decided on Facebook, I just won the lottery.
And how did that?
People came out of the woodwork. I didn't need the DNA test.
Now you know your whole family tree. Wow,
that's funny right there.
I don't need anybody to. Why should I pay for that? They all want money. They all want money.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's two of my new jokes.
I love it.
Those are good. Good stuff.
And then I told you the last time that when we were home for the COVID thing, the husband and I, we decided we would remodel our kitchen. Did I tell you that?
Yeah.
No, how did that go?
It wasn't just me and the husband. It was me, the husband, and Joanna and Chip Gaines.
Oh wow. Okay. So you got it really.
And so he showed up one morning. He had duct tape, early modern duct tape, plywood and some tarps. I turned around. I said, "Where's the black splash?" I turned around. He threw a bucket of water on me. I said, "Just forget it. You are too cheap. Just forget it. Let's just put an RV in the backyard, and we'll just instead of calling in the Property Brothers, we'll call in the Poverty Brothers."
A little bit different.
He had all these. I should show you all these abandoned vehicles. I said, "We got to get rid of all these abandoned vehicles." He said, "They're not abandoned. They're called landmarks."
Really? Landmarks?
Yes. I said, "Well, this 87 Buick, let me see if I can get this 87 Buick. That was his father's when he had his hernia. That's one of them. That's the landmark. And then this one, you can see me. I might lose. I don't want to lose the thing. Then you can see this one. This one's, that was 1973 when I had 93 when I had my first kid. That's that landmark. Hasn't moved.
Okay.
And then this is another land. See the landmarks everywhere?
Yeah.
I said, you see that my car in the front, you see that landmark? If the rest don't go, that landmark's leaving.
I love it.
So this is the area where we had a barn. Can you see? I don't want to go too far because I could lose you.
Yeah, we don't want to lose you.
See that? We had a 200-year-old barn over there and it burned down.
Oh no.
And yes, there it was. So now we just have the chickens hide out underneath there. So if, I thought maybe they would come out. We have for one birthday, my husband gave me 6 chickens. Wasn't that nice?
Yeah.
That was nice.
And soon we had 286 chickens.
Oh, wow.
He said, "Let's eat the chickens." I said, "Eat the neighbors." He said, "Let's eat the eggs." I said, "Eat the neighbors' children." You go to the grocery store and get some of those homeless eggs. Those are
Leslie Townsend.
I love you.
Are you guys going to work in Atlanta at all?
Once a week at least.
Once a week, sometimes twice a week.
Well, what days are you usually there?
We're
Usually on
there.
Tuesday, we have
Yeah.
a big day that everybody's there.
Are you coming to town? I mean, if you'll
I
come
would love to. You know what? If I'm driving that way, because I did the Salvation Army in Georgia, and Jasper, Georgia, just
Yep.
a couple weeks ago. I was really close to Atlanta.
You were
Yeah.
not too
Yeah,
far
and I
off.
thought, I should have like hooked it up with that. I could just stop in because we would have so much fun.
Yeah,
If you're ever here on Tuesday, let's do that.
yeah,
That'll
we'll
be
do
fun.
it.
All-
We'll
All
do
we
it
need
in-
is donuts. That will get me there. Some
Donuts.
donuts.
We can handle
Yes.
the donuts. Yes.
Yes. So it's such a. I'm so glad we finally hooked up because I'm always going and it's and to be on the same time zones. If you're in Nashville, it's an hour difference. And if you're in LA, it's 3 hours. But I hope one day we can do I tried to do the challenge near Atlanta
Yeah.
one year. Like this year, I wanted to do it so you guys could come and like broadcast some of it. And I just couldn't get a sponsor that way. So maybe in the future, maybe we can get a sponsor to do it next year or the next year.
That'd be awesome.
That would be a
we'd
lot of
love
fun.
that. Leslie Norris Townsend, check out herself. There's funnyleslie.com. And if you've been with us for any length of time, you know that she is.
Yes, she
really,
is.
really is. And one word comes out of her mouth and I'm done. I mean,
Yeah.
she just cracks me up. But check out.
She fell.
Oh, I lost.
Look out. Well, did we lose
Well,
her?
there
We
she
lost
goes.
her. There you go. I hope the chickens were not offended by anything she said. She may be gone.
They were kind of loud in the background, so maybe she was upset.
Yeah, check out the let's see, I have it here, the Clean Comedy Challenge. Hopefully she'll post the video from that, and then we'll let you know more about the North Hollywood thing. Hopefully we'll check in with her in the summer. It'd be great to have her in Atlanta.
Yeah, it would.
We'd have to do a number of shows, maybe do some live and recorded stuff. So
I must
anyway,
have lost you. I dropped the phone.
you are.
Phone.
well, listen,
You're
we got to take a break. We just pushed your stuff. So funnyleslie.com, great place to go to. We'll be right back. I'm Rick Probst.
And
I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith Talk Live.
see you next time. Love you. Bye. Hi.